Okay, go whenever you want. All right, what are you guys' names?
I'm Madison.
Okay, how'd you guys meet?
The first week before school started, we went to our block party and we met there.
Nice. And how long have you guys been living at Heritage?
6 months.
6 months. And how do you like it so far?
I like it, pretty good.
What does that mean? Pretty good.
Well, it's close to campus, which is nice, and it's not super expensive, which is nice, and we get to cook our own food, so it's better than Helaman.
That's true. I guess that is true. You do get to cook your own food. What's kind of like the base pay range? Like how much do you have to pay per month?
I think I was gonna say like $560.
$560?
No. It's in the 400s.
Is it?
Yes. I think it's like some months are, I don't know. I paid all mine up front.
Love it.
I think sometimes it's like 460, it's not just like 470 sometimes.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so that's actually way cheaper than I thought.
What's the parking like?
Terrible, actually.
Explain it.
So, you've got your little skinny ones.
So if you're one of the lucky 5 people that get a parking spot, nice, super close. If you ever leave for at least 30 seconds, it will be
Oh,
gone.
not even 30. There are people waiting behind you when you're pulling out. Besides that, if you get a really good spot, there's the overflow parking over by the health center. And if that is full, then you have to go all the way down to the stadium overflow parking.
And that's like a decent walk. But I don't have a car, so if you don't have a car, it doesn't really matter that much.
So what's like the bus situation then?
The bus?
Do you take the bus?
I take the bus to the city center temple. It's pretty cool.
I've never been on the bus.
Fair enough.
The buses actually are pretty, like, I wouldn't use them for going places on campus because it's faster just to walk. But if you're going to other places in, like, Provo or even some places in Orem, it's not the most convenient, like, way of transportation. Like, if you have a car, it's definitely faster. But if you don't have a car, then the bus works. Like, I've never really had that much of a problem. But if you live in Heritage and you don't have a car, make sure you have a friend to take you grocery shopping, like Addie.
What's kind of the social life like at Heritage?
Well, I live in one of the quads, so it's fun to see everybody playing outside. So then you can just go join them if you want.
So I feel like it's kind of however you want it to be, because if you don't want to be that social, you can. You can just stay in your room all you want. If you want it to be social, there's always people outside, like there's people sometimes in the hall, like it's kind of what you make of it. And like in the very beginning, there was the block party, so if you wanted to get to know people from Heritage, you could have gone to the block party. So I think it's just kind of like what you make of it. If you want to be social, you totally can, and if you don't want to be social, you don't have to be.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What's the laundry situation like?
Well, laundry's is in the basement of every building, so it just
costs
depends
money.
on, yeah.
So it costs money. It costs, if you use Cougar Cash, then it's $1.25 for each load of, like, to wash, and then 50 cents to dry. But the dryers kind of suck, and so do the washers, to be honest, and you can only wash a little bit of stuff at a time.
But the dryers are bigger.
But the dryers are bigger, and you have to, like, make sure there's nobody using them, because I feel like they're constantly being used. In my building, they're always broken. Like, there's always at least a broken washer and a broken dryer. So, but I don't do my laundry there. I do my laundry at my aunt's house.
Right. All right.
Well, honestly, it depends on what time you go, because like Sunday nights are when people usually do their laundry, but I've also had problems with my clothes being bleached from other people not knowing how to do their laundry.
But if you go on, like, if you have like a random time in your schedule that you don't have class, like midday, there's never anybody in there.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What are some of the amenities of Heritage?
You got the grass lawn.
Is there any clubhouse? Is there any ping pong tables, pool?
Oh, in building 7 on the bottom floor, there's a whole room of like ping pong tables. There's like a giant couch with a TV for like socializing.
Oh, and we do have like outdoor basketball courts and sand volleyball courts, which are cool too. And then there's like the central building where you pick up your mail, and they have like study rooms in there that you can reserve. So if you need like a study
In
room,
that one building?
in the central building.
Yeah.
And then in every like building itself, they all have the first floor activity room, which is like bigger and it has a TV. And then all the other floors have like a smaller activity room.
With
But
a whiteboard in them.
yeah, so you can like study in there. You can do whatever you want, kind of.
How's maintenance like? Like, are they good at, is maintenance good at coming in and fixing things when there's problems? Like, how was it when you first got there?
I've actually never had any problems, so.
I haven't really had problems in my apartment. Well, our drain was like not really working that good, but my friend fixed it, so. And
With like, was it just clogged up?
yeah.
All right.
And then our fridge though, it likes to freeze things in the back of the fridge and melt them
mine does that
in
too.
the front. And so when the guy came, because my roommate was like, I'm fed up with this, and called the maintenance guy, and the maintenance guy came, and he was like, nah, this is just a crappy fridge, just suck it up. He's like, this is just how it is. And so that's just how our fridge is, but it's fine. It is what it is. You just put the stuff that you don't mind getting frozen in the back, and the stuff that you don't mind getting melted in the front.
All right. What else? What else do you?
Oh, it's nice because it's not close to the creameries. If you ever need to like run to go grab something, and there's a mini creamery in Building 7 that just has like very minimal stuff. But if you need like milk or eggs,
And that's
and
the 24-hour one?
that's a 24-hour one. That one's open on Sundays too. And then there's like the creamery outlet that's like at the very top of Heritage, and then there's the creamery on 9th, which is the very bottom of Heritage. So kind of no matter where you're at, you're like a 5-minute walk from some type of creamery. So that's nice.
Fair enough. What are things you didn't know about Heritage that when you got to Heritage you found out about? Did you know? You didn't know everything when you got to Heritage, obviously. So what things did you learn that were like secrets but not really secrets? Anything? Like for example, when I got to Raintree, there was like treats and stuff in the lounge area, and you could just go in as a resident and get anything you wanted, and for free. Do you guys have anything like that or anything along the lines?
Something that's kind of annoying. This is not really that good, but the RAs are supposed to have a floor meeting every single week, and then they really want you to go, but you really don't have to go. When I first moved in, I thought that was like a mandatory thing, because she was like, it is so important, there's gonna be so much information. And then she's like, every single Sunday we're gonna have a floor meeting for at least 15 minutes. And then I realized after like the third one that they were kind of stupid and you don't really have to go.
Yeah, I shut up the first time and then I never wanted to go again. So I never went.
All right, let's get into some of the fun questions. Dating life at Heritage. What is it like? Are you able to just go up to people and ask them out? Are there enough prospects to be able to ask out? Or what kind of is the deal there?
I feel like for Heritage, if you're trying to date, you got some you have like the bottom of Heritage, which has all the RMs, and you have the top of Heritage, which has all like the pre-mission boys. And so if you want either, like, depending on what you're wanting.
Depending on who you want, you either go to the top of Heritage or the bottom.
Yeah, so you got your options, whether you want to date a pre-mission or a post-mission boy. And same thing for girls. There's post-mission girls down at the bottom, pre-mission girls or not mission girls that aren't going at the top. So it kind of just depends, because you have the 19 and over area. And I mean, I've been asked out by Heritage, but...
You've been asked out by Heritage?
No, like around Heritage, like as I'm walking home, I've been asked out, but I don't ask people out.
Yeah. I mean, you also have like your ward, so like there definitely are a lot of activities where people just like low-key just ask each other out.
Watch out for prayer. If you don't want to be asked out,
Word prayer.
Leave word prayer the second the prayer is done. But if you do want to be asked out, stick around.
Yeah, it's also very fun if you're on like one of the top floors. You get to watch everybody go on their dates and get picked up and dropped off. So
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah.
Yep.
But if you have a special somebody that you can't be at your apartment past midnight on every single day except for Fridays, and then on Fridays they could be there till 1:30, but they can't go in your bedroom. So
yeah.
only the living area and the kitchen, and they're not allowed to go pee either.
Yeah, for visitors, you can only have them in the living room and the kitchen, but they can't go past the bedrooms.
Oh, that's something
and
I
bathrooms.
also didn't really know that much.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
There's one bathroom on the first floor, and technically any visitors that are like the opposite sex are supposed to only use that bathroom.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to leave your apartment to go to the bathroom, which I did not know, and it was kind of one of those things where I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, what else I did not know is that buildings, like, if you're looking at the map, buildings on the right-hand side are like boys' buildings, and girls' buildings are like on the left-hand side.
Yeah. Also, maybe shut your windows if you're gonna change.
Shut your windows?
I mean, I don't.
They don't even have
Your blinds.
Your
I
blinds.
definitely have flashed a lot of people on accident changing in front of the window, but that's okay.
All right, now
Just close your windows, guys.
close your blinds.
Close your blinds. That's what I
Blinds.
mean.
Close your blinds. The windows are already
Or
closed.
I mean, just leave them open. Or just like go further away from them.
Yeah.
Either way works.
Anything else at Heritage that we should know about?
There are 2 different types of rooms at Heritage.
Yeah.
There's 6 people rooms and there's 4 people rooms. And so she lives in a 6-person room and I live in a 4-person room. And so, or apartment, I mean. So I live in a 4-person apartment, which means there's 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and then a kitchen and a living area. However, there's like perks to both the 4 and the 6 person, because for me, it's 4 people to 1 bathroom, but we have the same size living area and we have the same size kitchen and same size fridge. So like, we get more space to each of us in like the living area and the kitchen, but we have 1 less bathroom. Whereas if you live in a 6-person one, there's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and then a living area and a kitchen. So if you go on one of the end caps, there's like 2 on each floor typically that are 4 people instead of 6. So,
yep.
Fair enough. Okay, would you recommend Heritage to someone?
To a freshman, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely for a freshman, especially if you have to live on campus, I would way recommend it over Helaman. Post-freshman, I don't think I would, just because for me personally, I would rather go live somewhere else with people that aren't freshmen necessarily, but I could understand why people would also stay for like their sophomore year.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to stay for like a second year, you could go down to building like 2 or 5, which is like 19 plus, and so.
Fair enough. All right.